Who's ready for some Christmas inspiration when it comes to decorating your home? I'm about ready to reveal to you the first of many videos you're going to see in this year's Christmas series. This is the room that has my main Christmas tree, and guess what, guys? Our theme is a dreamy white Christmas. Okay, I went a little crazy this year. I came up with a theme of a dreamy white Christmas or snow bunny early in the year this year. So when I went to market, I went crazy with white. White, 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 white. Even a white fur. Is this absolutely fabulous or what? But it's a little warm inside, so I think I'll ditch the fur for right now. I don't know that I've ever done a fully all-white Christmas before. You know what the challenge is when you're doing an all-white Christmas? The challenge is all white can be boring. It can have no pizzazz. So here's the actual dream, okay? My dream is I would love to spend Christmas in Aspen, Colorado, Vail, Colorado, actually in the Swiss Alps. That's where I'd like to spend Christmas. So my whole idea was, what if I could recreate that sense, that feeling of a ski chalet? A place where you're up in the mountains, it's freezing cold outside, you come inside by the fireplace, everything is snowing, you look outside, you see the deer running through the forest in the snow, leaving tracks. That whole concept is where I got started. So let's come over here and take a look at my Christmas tree, and I'll show you what I did. You know, I always start with the Christmas tree because that sort of sets the tone and the mood for every other room in the house, which you'll get to see in subsequent videos, so keep watching. Let me talk to you about the process, because I always want my videos to be educational to a certain degree. The process of how I decorate a tree. This tree is called the Rebecca tree. It's actually the same tree I had last year, and I absolutely love it. Now, if you have not seen, we already put up a video a couple of weeks ago, and it's all about how to select an artificial Christmas tree if you're in the place and the time in your life that you want to invest in one. It's a great place to start. We have 5 different trees that I picked out from market that are, in my opinion, the best artificial trees out there, and this is one of them. We call it the Rebecca tree. The tree comes with lights, but what you're going to see here is this very thin string of lights, and I call them diamond lights. I've never seen them before. They're new on the market this year, but they run little tiny lights that run through. So let me show you the difference between the tree with the lights that are diamonds and without it. Let me show you what it comes as. Alexa, turn off diamonds. It's still a very beautiful tree, isn't it? The lights are frosted, it's beautiful, but it has much more of a candlelit color to it. It's much more warm. And you don't get the feeling I was trying to invoke. Alexa, turn on diamonds. So I run a string of diamonds through the tree, and then I create my architectural shape. The shape is done with ribbons. It's white velvet on this side and it's gold metallic on that side. So this, in my opinion, is a way to put a little bit of glam in your tree without it being super sparkly. So I run those ribbons from the top. I create a bow. Now the bow that I made this year is my poinsettia bow. We'll put a link in the description box below on how to make a poinsettia bow. I did it years ago. I made it up, and to this day, it's still one of my favorites. And then I also have this sheer ribbon right here, and this is kind of a smoky color. So even though I said I did all white, to me this is a neutral, and it creates a little bit of a shadow effect. After that, we go in and we add twigs. Now look at these black twigs. These are gorgeous. And they have little bits of ice. It looks like ice. It's not really ice, obviously. It's iridescent glitter, and then little bits of snow that kind of get tucked into the deep areas of the branches. So those branches are shoved into the tree, as well as these branches here that are fully ice covered. This one actually sticks out beyond the tree's silhouette, and it gives it a really nice look. And then there's another black twig here that we added the silver leaf branches to it. When I say we, I decorate with my girlfriend Sarah from Wisconsin. She's someone I met through being a member of the design sessions. And she flew out here and helped me decorate. She's amazing. Once we create those shapes in the tree and those are established, then we go through and we add all of the balls and the ornaments. The Christmas balls that are on the tree in the sunroom go like this. And you'll see here my philosophy, and I've been teaching this to you guys for years here on YouTube, that I like the balls to hang, not sit. See how this hangs? So you know it's hanging when it can dangle. If it doesn't dangle, it's not properly hanging, okay? And then you can see here, look at this. It's an iridescent clear ball with this finial ornament, and that does have some glitter on it. I've added even things like crystals to the tips and icicles. There's icicles on here too. And then every once in a while I have a little, like a Santa ornament with a fur on him. I added these jewels. Take a look at this. This is a rhinestone jeweled piece of trim that you can buy by the yard. And I just cut them up and I literally lay them on top of the branches. And it's just one of those things that doesn't scream out. It's one of those things that when someone walks into this room and they actually take a look at the tree. Now you'll have people come to your house, trust me. People will come in and they'll go, oh, that's pretty. And they'll just keep walking and I'm like, are you kidding me? And then you'll have people who'll come in and they'll go, ah, and they just look. And when they look, what do? Their eyes go from this ornament or ball to this one, to that one, to that one, because I take these balls deep into the tree and I create this depth in a tree, which is what I've been telling you guys for 15 years here on YouTube. That's where you get the magic. Some of you are going to have watched my videos over the years and you're going to say, you didn't use spinners this year. And I'm going to say, you're right, I didn't. I did last year. If you want to see a tree with spinners, look at last year's videos on my Christmas decorating. But this year, I just felt like these diamond lights are so magical that this is my animation, is the diamond lights, rather than having the spinning balls. Every single thing that you're going to see on this tree and in this room is completely shoppable. There'll be a link in the description box below that'll take you to the Amber Marie & Co. website. If you're looking for something that you see in a specific video, there will be a page named that specific video, and it's by room, and you'll be able to find whatever was used in the room that day. Well, hello, Howard. How are you, my friend? Thank you for following me from Dallas this year and coming to my house. I want you to go like this. And I want you to keep an eye out so that, you know, nobody messes with the tree. Know what I'm saying? But having Howard, you gotta admit, that's pretty cool, right? It just, for me, it helps with the illusion of being up in the mountains and the snow and the ski chalet. It's coming across? I hope so. I also tried to do that with the base of the tree as well. So instead of doing a typical tree skirt, which I've never been a huge fan of, I just think they're expensive and I don't know, they're so limited, the size of them. So I usually use fabric. You guys have seen me like push fabric around the bottom of it and it's really inexpensive. Well, this year I used batting. Batting is the same thing that you put inside of a quilt right? It's the stuff that goes in the middle on a blanket. So I got big bags of it, and I just kind of laid it out and created this, almost looks like a snow. Well, for sure, I wanted it to look like snow. And then once I placed Howard, I laid around him some more greens and pine cones, even a little set of skis. And then I've got these really ginormous balls. Look how cute these are. And that's so fun. And he's close enough that I can feed him. Wouldn't you love to be able to feed a reindeer? Anybody know anything about reindeer? Are they like mean? Because they're so cute when you look out the window and you see them tromping through your backyard. But what I really haven't shown you yet is what I think is the best part of this room. It took some time to create it, but wait until you look up. Sarah and I worked on this for a couple of days, and we were so excited with how it turned out. It started with just getting some birch tree branches that had fallen off of a tree. They were already dried out. We have some flocking that was sprayed on top of them to create kind of that snowy look. And then we attached them to my ceiling here using eye hooks and zip ties, white zip ties. We got them up in there nice and tight and secure. And then to that, we added all these incredible branches and picks and sprays. We then spent about a half of a day. It was right before Sarah, I had to get her to the airport. And we hung all of these individual icicles, and they're hanging from crystals. I have a shot that I took of all of this on the floor where you can see all the different styles of icicles that went into making this scene. And then we also have a full table shot of how many we used. It's a lot. And of course, the very last thing that we did actually before the icicles was we added the diamond lights. I think this is, honestly, this is next level design, in my opinion. I've done a lot of tree toppers in my day, and I've done a lot of ceiling treatments, but this is by far my favorite. Before I get into the details of this table, I just wanted to point out at this end of the room, I stayed with a very symmetrical look. This is my constellation mirror. And I think it fits the arch of this window so beautifully. And then of course I do my pair of matching floor lamps on either side to create kind of the balance and the symmetry at this end of the room. It sort of establishes this as its own area. In the past, I have used my dining table down in this area, and I've set the table with my Christmas china or my Christmas plates, and I have a theme every year. This year, I decided I'm going to do this a little bit differently. I think what I'll do is I'll set this up as though I was entertaining and having a party at my house. Not a full sit-down dinner, but a cocktail party with hors d'oeuvres and a charcuterie board. And I went to Amber Marie & Co. and I picked up a bunch of things. They have a really great housewares department. Some of these things are things I picked out when I was at market, and some of them are just things that they have. And it sets such a beautiful table, not only to have these gorgeous candlesticks, and I don't usually use tapered candles in my decorating, but I thought these were fabulous, and I love these brass candlesticks that they have. I would start with some, for me, black plates. I like the little touches of black this year. And then these are charcuterie boards, and each one of them is made out of marble. And a lot of times I like to do charcuterie boards where I've got, olives or pickles or jams and, honey and all those kinds of things. I thought it would be fun to make it where people could choose their topping. This one is called Spicy Chili Bacon Jam. Talk about sweet and savory. This one is Holiday Jam. Oh, it's gluten-free. That's good to know. So I thought that would be super fun to have laid out and very festive, very holiday, and it's different. It's not what you normally see. Then over in this area, these bowls, I thought these were gorgeous, very organic shape, and they're white on the inside and gold on the outside. You could use this to put croutons in, or little pieces of bread, crackers, chips, anything that you would use with your cheeses. And of course you can do meats as well. The last thing I would expect people to do is choose a drink. But this is such a cute, it's like $5. Makes a great gift. And you can take just a plain bottle of wine and you can turn it into a gift by adding something like that to it. I think that's adorable. So here's what I did on this wall. This year I bought this clock, and I think this clock is really cool. There are no numbers, so you gotta know how to tell time and be familiar. You gotta be kind of my age to be so used to where this can be, especially you kids nowadays. You probably are only looking at digital clocks, so you probably don't even know what time it is, for goodness sake. It's almost 6 o'clock. It's 10 to 6. There you go. At the same time, I ended up buying a new table here that is perfect for this space. And I made it into kind of a bar area. But look, it is not very deep. I think it's probably 12 inches, maybe. That means it doesn't take up a lot of space here. The bar cart I used to have is about 24 inches deep, and it took up a lot of room. So this one's great, and it has 2 shelves. So on the top shelf, I have the Peaks decanter and glass set. These glasses are super cool. They say that if you put these in the freezer, when you're ready to use them, you bring them out, you put your drink in, it'll not freeze, but it'll make your cocktail, whatever it is, really, really cold instantly. It's like something about the thickness of the glass that it's part of the temperature thing. Anyway, comes with coasters, super cool. Then I have over here, I think this is tequila and this is whiskey. And look at this. These are cigar glasses. I am in no way endorsing cigars. However, I do have an accountant who loves a cigar every now and then. Now, would I let him smoke this in my house? Absolutely not. But is that cute? So if you happen to have someone in your life who's a cigar smoker and likes to have a whiskey or a bourbon or whatever, I think you can get these in different widths. This one's kind of thin, but yeah, your cigar can go right through there. I just think I bought it mostly just for fun and for staging, but I think that might be a nice gift for my accountant. I think he'd like that. These are really, really cool. They are battery operated. Look how you see that pattern coming through, very icy. Once you've got your food, you got your cheese, and you got your drink, then it's time to play some games. So I have this really cool card set here, an amazing, extremely large, just in case you didn't see the gifts video. You guys, look at these dominoes. I would love to play this. Look at the size of each domino. It's that big. And you can lay them out on a table or on the floor. Super fun. It's also a really good game for kids, you know, because it's all about the coordinating the dots and the numbers. You've got your tic-tacs and your toes in here in the gold. Can you see that? And then look at these marbles, because you can turn this over and it's a marble game. So all kinds of activities and things. And you know what, guys? It's at Christmas time. Everybody, when the family's all around, when the game's not on, or even if the game is on and maybe the women aren't watching it, there's always something to do, which is super fun. Look at this 3-minute timer. Ready? You turn it around like this, and this thing goes up. Isn't that so cool? Guys, this is my sunroom. What do you think? Is it a great way to start off the holiday season this year? My whole point is always to inspire and to motivate you guys, to encourage you to do beautiful things in your home, to teach you as I can, but mostly, you know, YouTube is a place where the videos can't be that long. So I can't really teach you, but if you want to learn how to decorate. You want to know how to do this. I have a platform where you can learn that. It's called the Design Sessions. The design sessions are based on teaching you the principles of interior design, not just at Christmas time, but year round. However, we do have, I want to say 14 or 15 videos strictly on decorating for Christmas. And it's not just what I did today where I take you through and I say, here's the order you do it in. You actually get to watch me decorate a tree. You get to see the process. You see how I make the garlands, how I light and do a ceiling treatment. You see all of the details in the design sessions, which YouTube is not set up for that. So there's a link in the description box. The design sessions are a subscription-based model, and it's less than $10 a month. It's the best thing out there. However, I know that some people just want to get the Christmas videos. We have a Christmas bundle where all of those videos are packaged together, and it's all for one price. And when you buy that, you own it for a lifetime. You're not subscribing. You have it and you can refer to it every year, and it's super, super helpful. I've been doing this for 15 years, and every year there'll be people who don't know me, they come across my videos, and they cannot believe that I am decorating my home in November before Thanksgiving. And I'm like, girl, I decorated my home in September for you to have this in November. I only decorate as early as I do so that I can create videos that help, inspire, motivate, and teach you guys how to decorate your homes, not only at Christmas time, but year round. So my timetable is off. If you don't want to start your decorating for Christmas until after Thanksgiving, good for you. Do it. This is just to give you ideas and suggestions, and really, most importantly, to give you a resource like the Amber Marine Co. where you can purchase these things. I live in Tulsa, and fortunately, we have this store here which I can buy from, but I hear from people all the time, they live in places that they don't have access to the nicer quality Christmas decorations. That is why it's so important to me, and I feel so honored and grateful that I can bring this to you. All right, you guys, I will see you next time. We have another video coming out, and within a couple of days, this is going to be an amazing and epic Christmas, and I want to wish you all the very best. I love you guys, and I will see you next time. Happy early Merry Christmas. May it be a dreamy white